My name's Scott Hodges. I'm the head of cloud at Logicalis, and I've been in the industry about 15 years. Multi-cloud defense is where customers could have a single environment, they could have an on-premise environment, or multiple cloud environments. So that's using cloud tools to then protect that multi-cloud environment, but also in some cases the on-premise environment as well. More often than not, we see customers have more than one cloud presence, that be it AWS and Azure, or on-premise. So it's looking to use those tools to protect that ecosystem. So for on-premise environments, they tend to be quite static, so a much more controlled environment. With the move to cloud, there's the perimeter changes a little bit, so there's a lot more services introduced. New services spun up by the providers every week in some cases, so you might have new things spun up, potentially outside the view of security. So yeah, a lot more rapid environments. So I'd say visibility is a key one. So you get quite siloed tools within the environments. So having those tools that can span across multiple environments, give you that single pane of glass is definitely a big factor. Speed to market as well. So on-premise tools, there's big procurement cycles, whereas services in cloud you can spin up quite quickly and then integrate across the environments. Managing different security policies. With cloud, you can spin up resources in multiple regions quite easily, so again, compliance plays a big part there. That visibility piece across multiple environments, so lots of different signals coming in from both on-premise, different cloud providers, all need to be collected and viewed in one place to make it easier. And it's also tricky with different teams, so more often than not, you'll have different teams managing, say, an on-premise environment compared to the cloud environment. So again, finding the right balance there is important. Classic example we see with cloud, so you have development teams, traditionally would spin up quite a high rate in cloud, so they get frustrated because they just want to deliver, without necessarily working closely with the security teams. So ideally what happens is you have a DevSecOps model where they work closely together, and then code to cloud is protected, so when they publish their code, it goes through various checks before it goes into production. And that's what, ideally, the model you want to get to. So a good place to start is trying to centralise that security management. So there's tools that come under the banner of CNAPP, so Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. Very capable tools, but some of the capabilities within there include cloud security posture management tools. So within that gives you the visibility of things like policies that you've enabled, the compliance, and again, it's all about that visibility. But with those tools, you can hook into on-premise, into other cloud providers. So again, it's that single management tool and help centralize things. That cloud security posture management is an absolute must. That would then feed its signals into tools such as SIEM technologies. So that leads on to XDR type technologies. So you're increasing the amount of signals across your environment that you're feeding into your SIEM tools. Things like microsegmentation is always good. The identity and access management tools ensure that consistent access control. And then things like managed services, I think, plays a big part. So where people like Logicalis can help unify, streamline those tools, it's quite a complex environment, to provide that comprehensive protection across the cloud environments, again, managed by experts. Within clouds, you can leverage what's called policies to tighten the environment down, particularly around data and regulatory compliance. There's tools such as Microsoft Purview that would look specifically at data security, helps with compliance requirements again, data integrity, and can create audit trails so you can see what your users are doing. So cloud policies are also applied to enforce and monitor the cloud and the data posture as well. These can be automated, so enforcing the processes and helping organisations address those regulatory compliance concerns that they have. There's NIS2, there's things like CIS is less of a regulatory compliance, it's more of a framework, but you'll have in different verticals, so you might have HIPAA for healthcare, for credit cards, PCI, DSS, I think. So yeah, a number of different regulatory compliances they've got to comply to based on the data within their environment, the vertical they work in, and the region where they're working. A good start is implementing a zero trust architecture. So that means that no one is trusted by the nature automatically within the environment. So everyone's got to be verified in terms of access before they do anything. That's both whether they're inside or outside the network. Enforcing strong identity and access management through the use simple things like MFA, multi-factor authentication. Using encryption for data both at rest or in transit. Ensuring network segmentation. And also often overlooked is the regular audits of the environment, so regular security assessments. You can do it also through the use of some of the cloud-native security tools, just to help maintain that posture and that security. So there's definitely best practices, both guidance from Microsoft. We've inputted some of our own within some customers as well, to get to that best practice approach. So that be it from security, from governance, performance, scalability, all of these help the customer on their future cloud journey. If they haven't followed certain guidelines, it can get quite restrictive for them, can get quite costly. So again, it's just trying to find the right balance between all those things. By implementing those cloud security posture management tools, it's a wide range of them that we work with, that gives customers the capability to integrate both single cloud but also multiple clouds and on-premise into their environments for that visibility across the whole piece. On top of that, we then would use tools such as that SIEM type technology, the XDR approach for bringing more and more signals in. More often than not, it's cloud native, and that provides that real-time visibility across the multiple environments. So yeah, tools like that allow for faster detection and helps response to incidents in all of the environments, basically. I think we're definitely seeing AI more and more within security. I think the rate that information is coming in from threats, obviously we've got bad actors out in the environment using AI, so it's trying to use AI to counter AI. From an automation perspective, it's more about tightening the environment. So having automation helps enforce policies, obviously patch vulnerabilities, ensure consistency, and all of that kind of joins together to help detect threats across the environment without manual intervention, reduces errors and speed up response times. But yeah, I see it as almost tightening the belt on cloud, so the more automation that can be put in play, particularly from a security perspective, the better. So a lot of the tools now, mainly the cloud security tools, you can stretch that down to your on-premise environments. So they're becoming that multi-cloud defense technology. That's allowing for that centralized management and visibility. You can use some of the cloud policies you've used to harden your environment in cloud and push those down to on-premise as well. So you're basically making your environment less of a patchwork and more of a complete picture.